This is a public service announcement to all instructors who like to get high with their students. Dear instructors, please don't get high with your students. Okay, if you like to get high, please do that with your other peers that you don't have outside of your place of business or avocation. Because I lost somebody who I thought, well, I shouldn't say I lost them. I didn't get a person as a student one time who I thought would be really great and that I would have learned a lot from, quite frankly. He just needed to go to the next ranking, in my opinion, from what he told me. Because he used to get high with his instructor. He used to get high with his instructor. So, although he missed martial arts, he did not want to get back into martial arts because he thought that if he started training again, he would start using drugs again. So, please do not get high with your students. Part 2 of this PSA. If you are a martial artist, please do not get high. Please do not get high and then turn around and practice your martial arts. I mean, if you're going to do drugs, don't train in this stuff, please. Please don't. Because when I was practicing one time in the park, this was way back in the day, before I had a black belt in anything. I think I must have been a brown belt. I think I was brown belt in Tang Soo Do. A guy came up to me when I was practicing the forms at the park and made this impassioned plea and told me this, I need to be careful and stop. And he started telling me about how a spirit took over his body when he was training. So I need to be careful because the martial arts were opening me up to demonic possession. And I listened to him. I'm thinking, well, either he's insane or he's telling me the truth. So I do believe in a spirit world, so I listened to what he had to say. And I started getting a nudging to ask this question. I said, no, maybe I would be being flippant if I asked this question. But I said, were you high at the time? Well, yeah. And then he started telling me about how he was smoking weed and stuff and they were doing it. And then basically he was smoking marijuana with some of his martial arts buddies. And remember now, some places marijuana is legal. Okay? So he was smoking marijuana and then started doing the forms and some sparring. Then all of a sudden his body just started moving without him moving it. He was punching and kicking around and everything at his friends and then just all by himself. And he wasn't moving his arms and legs consciously. They just started doing it because he was under the influence of the drug. And after I listened to him tell that part of the story, I said, okay, I'll be okay because I don't abuse drugs. And I was on my way to not even drinking at that point. I may have even stopped even drinking beer at that point. Now I rarely ever drink. I have a drink once every 2 years, if that. I hardly ever drink now. And it's not trying to be on some high horse, I just don't do it. So I told him I would be okay. And once I showed him I don't drink, he was just concerned because he saw someone, I guess, that reminded him of himself when he was younger, doing what he did when he was younger, and he wanted to save me from making the same mistake. So kudos to him. See, that's I like that. I mean, even if I don't agree with the advice, the fact that somebody would take time out of their life to talk to someone else to try to keep someone else from going down a road that they feel is a mistake, I think that's beautiful. We need more people to do that. We really do. So, moral of the story is, both stories, drugs and martial arts don't mix. I don't care if it's just weed. Please don't do it. Okay? Let's not have bad things associated with the martial arts. Okay? If you insist on doing drugs, of course I can't stop you. I'm just some person on the video online. If you're gonna do it, please don't do it while you're practicing. Separate the drug use from the martial arts practice. Separate the drug use from your classmates. Separate your drug use from your students. And best yet, of course, just don't do it at all. Even if it is just weed.